Good morning, America. Time for coffee. Jay, I hope you had a nice week and a nice weekend. This is such a wonderful time of the year. We celebrated Thanksgiving, and I really enjoyed being with my sister, Marianne, and Dick. And it's also a great time to prepare for Christmas. And Dick and I just finished an Advent mission at St. Francis de Sales Parish in Tucson. Really, it's a wonderful time. And it's so nice to be doing missions again with my brother. And my reflections are on some of the good stuff that's already taken place. But once again, I'd like you to remember our Vincentians who are retired in Perryville, Missouri, especially those who are in need of healing. And then a personal shout out to friends of the mission who are in need of God's healing. And we remember in a special way Brian and Clarence and Leonard and Stan and also Louise and Orestein and Pat. We're praying for your healing and hope it happens soon. So I said my reflections are on stuff that's happened. I got to tell you, when I was home for Thanksgiving and the mission in Tucson, and we stay with our sister in her house, and she has a marvelous collection of these villages, that you light up. Every one of them is lit up with a light. And she's been collecting them over the years, and it's just a magnificent collection to look at. And my reflection today is based on what I'm thinking about all of those villages that I see in her house. Every one of them has a light. And it may be a house, maybe a church, maybe a business, train station, any kind of, village that exists has a lot of those. And so I'm thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful if that light in every building today was really the light of Christ? That his light would shine in those places, in our homes and in church, in our businesses. And you imagine if Christ is really alive there, things may be different. There'd be more excitement in church. I think people in stores might be a little more kind and courteous. And even in our own homes, that there would be a way of just letting God come alive. I often think that in my business, I'm a promoter. I got a good product. I was reading what a promoter is in our culture today. Here's what a promoter is. He's someone who wants to sell you something you don't want that he ain't got. But he sells and promotes. Well, I got something else to promote. So do you. The light of Christ. I promote God being alive. Now how's he going to be alive? Well, maybe it's just I go out of my way to say hello. Maybe I'm quicker to say thank you. Maybe I'm a lot quicker to say I'm sorry. Maybe people know at the end of the day that God is alive because some nice, kind deed or thought or word that we have said. And I always hope for that people would go to bed at night being able to say, man, I know God's alive. Because I got to tell you what happened to me today, I could never expect, never even count on. And so I really believe the challenge of preparing for Christmas, and my brother and I talked about that at this mission as we began Advent. You know, we're preparing to be a good gift for Jesus at Christmas. That we would be a better me. And so I'm thinking, as I looked at all these villages, and I'm thinking, oh man, if the light of Christ shined everywhere, whether we're at home or at church or at work or at school, wherever, that people would know that God is alive because of the way people act and the way they may treat each other. So that's what I'm hoping, and that's what I'm going to work on. I want to give God a better gift of me this year than last. And so I'm going to work on how to be a brighter light that would shine. And so people would know that God is alive by the way I talk and by the way I go out of my way and I do something that nobody would expect. So pretty much that's what I'm hoping for. And I think Advent's a good time. You know, we look forward to a wonderful celebration, the birth of a child who changed the world. And so as we have this time to prepare, I'm hoping it's the light of Christ. Now, we can't light candles maybe, but you can surely let people see that light shine in you. And so as I look at these villages, it's just a reminder to me that, oh boy, is it beautiful to have God alive. And people can see it and feel it and hear it. As always, we look to our God for Him to bring light and healing. And we say our mission prayer. So I invite you to take out your prayer card and say with me, prayer for the miracles that we need. Divine Savior, transform me into yourself. May my hands be your hands. May my tongue be your tongue. Grant that every faculty of my body may serve only to glorify you. Above all, transform my soul and all its powers, that my memory, my will, and my affections may be the memory, the will, and the affections of you. I pray you to destroy in me all that is not of you. Grant that I may live but in you, and by you, and for you, and that I may truly say with St. Paul, I live now, not I, but Christ lives in me. Thanks for watching. Have a nice week. Stay safe. And you get a chance, check the website out on Wednesdays. And then we'll see you next week. God bless you.
longs for a little bit of